Another thing that's different about this contract is that the previous contract was a lump sum contract. This is a cost plus not to exceed, which is beneficial to the city because if for some reason surveying specifications change, which I don't foresee happening, or for whatever reason we accomplish this job for $160,000, that $22,000 is still eligible within the project, but you will know every hour that we spend on this project. It's not a lump sum.
So all airports have to have this done, or is this just a certain length of runway?
All airports have to have this done that are receiving federal funding, that are within the NIPIAS system.
And the existing ALP would anything we had out there on the CIP currently in the existing ALP would hang in there until the new one replaces it.
Yes.
Okay.
Yep.
So we wouldn't be necessarily out of, because we had some planning on there. I've forgotten what's on there, but
I don't remember either.
not a ton, but we've got some stuff.
Some runway lights was on there.
Yeah.
When we checked, I had Jonathan call the FAA, and they weren't aware that, or they said that the AGIS is not a required thing to have done right at this time.
That's a true statement. The AGIS is not a required thing to have done at this statement. It's not required to be done until 2015. However, once you pass the triggering event, it is then required to be done. And I have an email here I can pass around from Scott Tenner. Here, I'll pass this one around here.
And our triggering event was the
Yep.
WAS.
No.
Yes, it's the law survey for the.
Oh. Yeah.
Okay.
I'm going to pass it around. Highlighted. I only highlighted the one copy. Actually, I have this one. On this last paragraph here, I'll give wait till they get all the way around. It says the surveying ACs are no longer in draft. There are 3 new surveying ACs. This part I'm just saying. They have went from about 100 pages to 610 pages on the survey. Since the sponsor initiated an AGIS survey to establish new approaches, parentheses, triggering event, all projects from here on out will require AGIS. This comes from the FAA Central Region Planner, Scott Tenner.
That's the paragraph that says page 8-10.
And then the deliverables below are just what need to be submitted for a grant application in order to go forward with the project.
So down the road, obviously, that cost match is gonna change?
I can't say that with certainty. There's speculation that it's going to change. I mean, originally, you know, in 1960s, 1970s, it was 50-50, went up to 60-40, 70-30, and then with 9/11, it turned into 95-5 because they felt airports really needed a shot in the arm.
Yeah.
And now the trend is that they're going to start pulling back off of it because the shot in the arm has been there, and with the obviously the situation the federal government's in of spending, that's the trend that they think is going to happen. But like I said, I wouldn't write home on that. I can't guarantee that. That is just an opinion. And the current bill goes till 2015 or end of 2014 for the 9010.
I was thinking during the interviewing process, we talked about the airport management, the airport committee, your office, drawing up a new master plan. That the one we're working off of is
it's too old. It's like I said, it was approved.
I mean, to some degree, that was part of the whole thought, was where are we going to go with the airport?
Right.
And what projects do we need? Is there anything in the works as far as that's related to this?
Yes, actually, I'm glad you asked that, Bob. Part of the airport layout plan is land use compatibility. And obviously within land use compatibility, you have to do a certain amount of work around the airport to see what the land uses are. I think that falls into, I think that we could use this opportunity to look into the land use compatibility east of the airport in the situation that we had talked about previously.
And is that land use compatibility included in the 182,000?
Yes.